Today, we'll explore a powerful concept within Stoicism, the art of silent attraction. In a world that often celebrates loud personalities and constant validation, Stoicism teaches us the strength of quiet confidence, intentional actions, and deep, meaningful connections. Through principles like laughter, self-care, and independence, we'll uncover how Stoic practices help us draw others closer, not through words or displays, but through the quiet force of our character. Imagine a life where you don't have to chase attention or approval, where the way you live naturally invites others to respect, admire, and connect with you on a deeper level. This is the essence of silent attraction, cultivating an inner strength, calm, and joy that radiates outward. Whether you're seeking to build stronger relationships or simply become more grounded and confident, these Stoic practices offer a timeless path to personal magnetism and fulfillment. Let's dive in and discover how embracing Stoic principles can transform our lives and relationships, helping us build bonds based on respect, compassion, and authenticity. Number 1. The power of being you. In the realm of Stoicism, one of the greatest strengths you possess is simply being yourself. Authenticity, the courage to live in alignment with your true values and principles, is one of the most magnetic qualities a person can cultivate. While the world may often urge us to adapt to its expectations, Stoicism teaches that our inner peace and power come from staying true to who we are, despite external pressures. The power of being you lies in your ability to honor your unique perspective, individuality, and moral compass, making every action a reflection of the values you hold dear. When we practice authenticity, we connect with others on a level that goes beyond the superficial. Authentic people draw others in because they radiate a grounded confidence. They aren't trying to impress or prove their worth. Instead, they are comfortable with themselves, flaws and all, and this self-acceptance is what others find inspiring and even comforting. Stoicism encourages this depth of character, teaching us that true strength comes not from seeking approval, but from self-respect and an unwavering commitment to our principles. Being yourself also means embracing your vulnerabilities, which might feel counterintuitive in a society that often equates strength with perfection. Stoics understood that acknowledging and working through our imperfections doesn't weaken us, it enhances our resilience and wisdom. When we accept our flaws and face our insecurities, we stop hiding behind masks, allowing others to see us as we are. This vulnerability, this openness, draws people in because they recognize a shared human experience, a reminder that we're all navigating life with its joys and struggles. Moreover, the power of authenticity is its capacity to foster meaningful relationships. When we show up as ourselves, we create space for others to do the same. Instead of engaging in shallow exchanges, we invite deeper connections built on trust, respect, and shared understanding. This is a principle of Stoic attraction. By being genuine, we cultivate connections that are enduring and fulfilling, founded on mutual acceptance and admiration. However, being authentically you isn't always easy. It requires a level of introspection and self-awareness, a willingness to reflect on what truly matters to you, and the courage to pursue it, even when it's challenging. Stoic practices, such as journaling and meditation, can help foster this self-awareness, allowing you to identify what aligns with your values and what doesn't. This clarity then becomes your guide, helping you make decisions that are in harmony with your inner self. In embracing the power of being yourself, you become a source of inspiration. Others sense that you're not motivated by external approval, but by an inner sense of purpose. This silent strength attracts like-minded individuals who respect and resonate with your authenticity, building relationships that elevate both you and those around you. Ultimately, The power of being you is about living a life that's true to your values, acting with integrity and showing up as you are, regardless of the judgments or expectations of others. This quiet self-assurance not only nurtures inner peace, but also draws people toward the depth and strength of your character. In a world that often seeks to change us, remaining true to yourself is an act of silent, powerful attraction, a testament to the value of being uniquely and unapologetically you. Number 2, style speaks volumes. The way we present ourselves to the world tells a story without us ever saying a word. Stoicism doesn't preach renouncing material possessions or ignoring our appearance. Instead, it encourages us to live with intention in every aspect of our lives, including how we express ourselves through style. The way we dress, the way we carry ourselves, and the way we present ourselves to others are all reflections of our inner selves. Stoicism teaches us the value of authenticity and simplicity, urging us to focus on what truly matters. When it comes to style, this philosophy doesn't necessarily mean adopting a minimalist aesthetic or rejecting fashion altogether. Rather, it's about choosing clothing that resonates with our true selves, garments that reflect our personality, values, and the roles we play in life. It's about making deliberate choices that harmonize with our inner essence, rather than mindlessly following every fleeting trend. Think about it. When you wear something that feels right, something that truly reflects who you are, how do you feel? Confident, comfortable, maybe even a bit invincible? That's because aligning your external appearance with your internal world amplifies your authenticity. You stand out, not because you're flashy or extravagant, but because you're radiating a sense of self that is uniquely yours. But style isn't limited to just clothes. It extends to your entire aesthetic. From the way you wear your hair to the accessories that become extensions of your persona, every choice contributes to the masterpiece that is you. Stoicism encourages us to make these choices consciously, ensuring they add value rather than simply noise. So how do we apply Stoic wisdom to our style? Start by asking yourself what each piece in your wardrobe says about you. Does it align with your values? Does it reflect who you are or who you aspire to be? The goal isn't to impress others, but to express your true self in a way that feels genuine and unforced. Remember, your style isn't static. As you grow, evolve, and navigate through life, your style will naturally shift and change, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to remain true to yourself through these transitions, allowing your external expression to evolve alongside your internal journey. Number 3, the art of body language. It's fascinating how much we can communicate without ever saying a word. Our posture, our gestures, even the way we move through a room, all of it sends signals to those around us. Stoicism, at its core, teaches us about control and awareness, not just of our minds, but also of our bodies. It's about understanding that our external expressions are reflections of our internal states. So, when we talk about body language from a Stoic perspective, it's not just about manipulating our gestures to appear a certain way. It's about aligning our outer movements with our inner virtues and intentions. It's about integrity and coherence between what we feel and what we show. Consider the simple act of maintaining good posture. It's not just about looking confident, it's a physical manifestation of self-respect and personal dignity, qualities that are highly esteemed in Stoicism. When you stand tall with your shoulders back and head held high, you're not just telling the world that you're confident, you're telling yourself that you're worthy of respect. This self-assured stance naturally draws people toward you, creating an aura of approachability and trustworthiness. But body language doesn't stop at posture. The subtleties of our facial expressions, the warmth of our smile, the sincerity in our eye contact, all of these elements of non-verbal communication are deeply impactful. They have the power to bridge gaps and make others feel seen and understood without a word being spoken. A genuine smile, for instance, can disarm even the most guarded heart, while sincere eye contact can forge a connection that feels as deep as any conversation. Stoicism encourages us to be present and mindful in every moment, and this extends to our body language. Being truly present means being aware of how we're physically engaging with those around us. It's about ensuring that our body language reflects our genuine feelings and intentions, whether it's showing empathy, openness, or simply a readiness to engage. This mindful approach to non-verbal communication invites genuine interactions and relationships built on a foundation of trust and respect. So, how can we apply Stoic principles to master the art of body language? It begins with self-awareness. Take time to observe your own non-verbal cues. Are you truly present in your interactions, or are you inadvertently closed off? Are your gestures open and inviting, or do they create barriers between you and others? Practice being fully in the moment, fully attentive to the person you're engaging with. Let your body language flow from a place of sincerity and intention. Number 4. A scent worth remembering. It's amazing how a single fragrance can transport us back in time, evoke deep emotions, or even shape our perception of someone. Choosing a scent isn't just about picking a perfume or cologne. It's about selecting a fragrance that becomes an integral part of your identity. A fragrance should leave a lasting impression without a single word needing to be exchanged. Stoicism teaches us about the importance of intentionality in all aspects of our lives, including the seemingly mundane choice of a fragrance. It's about selecting a scent that aligns with who you are and the impression you wish to leave on the world, rather than succumbing to the latest trends or chasing after the most expensive brands. A thoughtfully chosen fragrance becomes a form of non-verbal communication, one that reflects your inner self and your values. A signature scent is more than just an accessory. It's a personal statement, a subtle yet powerful way of expressing your uniqueness. Just as Stoics believe that our actions and words should reflect our inner virtues, a carefully chosen fragrance can serve as a reflection of your personality, your mood, and even your aspirations. It speaks to those around you, leaving an imprint that is as lasting as it is meaningful. A scent worth remembering. It's fascinating how a single fragrance can transport us back in time, evoke emotions, or even shape our perception of someone. Choosing a scent isn't just about picking a perfume or cologne. It's about selecting a fragrance that becomes an integral part of your identity, one that leaves a lasting impression without a single word needing to be exchanged. In a sense, your scent acts as an olfactory fingerprint, a sensory marker that says, "This is me." It creates a memory in the minds and noses of those you meet, a subtle yet powerful reminder of your presence. Choosing this scent requires mindfulness. It's about understanding not only the fragrances you're naturally drawn to, but also how they blend with your body chemistry, the environments you frequent, and the message you wish to convey. Do you want to evoke a sense of calm and reliability? Perhaps a clean, fresh scent would be fitting. Or maybe you wish to be remembered as bold and adventurous. Then something with spicy or woody notes might be your call. The key here is coherence, ensuring that your scent choice aligns with your personality and values, much like the Stoic principle of living in harmony with one's true nature. Just as Stoics teach us to live authentically, your fragrance should be an extension of who you are. Moreover, the Stoic practice of moderation applies here as well. It's not about overwhelming those around you with an overpowering fragrance, but about choosing a scent that invites them closer. It should whisper rather than shout, a fragrance that lingers in the room, leaving a subtle yet indelible mark. Much like the quiet but profound impact we hope to have on the world through our actions and choices, guided by Stoic wisdom. Number 5. Manners that mesmerize. In an age where digital communication often strips away the nuances of personal interaction, good manners offer a bridge back to genuine human connection. But when we talk about manners that mesmerize, we're diving deeper than just saying please and thank you. We're exploring how the grace of our interactions can leave a lasting impression, much like the enduring wisdom of Stoicism guides us to act with virtue and respect in all aspects of life. Stoicism, with its focus on virtue, self-control and empathy, aligns perfectly with the concept of mesmerizing manners. It's not just about adhering to social protocols for the sake of appearances. It's about embodying respect, kindness, and consideration for others through our actions. This alignment between Stoic principles and how we interact with others creates a quietly powerful allure. It signals that we're not only mindful of our actions, but that we deeply respect the people we engage with. Consider the impact of genuinely listening when someone speaks, of fully engaging with them without the distraction of our phones or our own thoughts. This act of presence is a cornerstone of Stoic practice, and it communicates that we value the person and the moment we are sharing with them. It's a simple yet profound manner that resonates deeply in today's often disengaged society. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us about the importance of empathy, of understanding and sharing the feelings of others. When our manners are infused with genuine empathy, when we're quick to offer a helping hand or a word of support, we're practicing Stoic virtues in the most relatable ways. These acts of kindness and empathy don't just make us more likable, they draw people to us, creating a magnetic pull of warmth and genuine connection. But let's also talk about the subtleties of manners. Knowing how to navigate the complexities of social interactions with grace, from dining etiquette to the art of conversation, reflects a mindfulness and respect for the situation and the company we're in. Stoicism doesn't teach us to withdraw from the world, but to engage with it thoughtfully. Mastering these social graces is a testament to that engagement. It's about showing that we care enough to put thought into our actions and to honor the unspoken rules that smooth the way for more meaningful interactions. Number 6. Be here now. Be fully present. It's not just advice, it's a powerful call to action, a remedy for the superficial interactions that have become all too common in our fast-paced world. And believe it or not, it ties beautifully into Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes living in the present and appreciating the moment for what it is. Stoicism teaches us the value of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. When we apply this principle to our interactions with others, it means giving them our full attention, free from the pull of past regrets or future anxieties. It means engaging with them wholeheartedly, with a sense of presence that says, "You are important to me, and there is nowhere else I'd rather be." This kind of attention is rare and precious, and it can transform even the most mundane interaction into a meaningful connection. Being present involves more than just physically showing up. It requires an active engagement with the here and now, listening not just to respond, but to truly understand. It's the difference between having a conversation with someone who's constantly checking their phone and talking to someone who's completely focused on you, making you feel seen and heard. The latter leaves a lasting impression, creating a sense of warmth and genuineness that is irresistibly attractive. But how do we cultivate this presence in a world that constantly vies for our attention? It starts with mindfulness, the practice of being aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. By becoming more mindful, we can catch ourselves when our minds start to wander and gently bring our focus back to the present. This is a skill that, like any other, improves with practice and patience. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to appreciate the beauty of the present moment, to see it as a gift. Every interaction, no matter how brief, is an opportunity to connect, to learn, and to grow. When we approach our interactions with this mindset, we not only enrich our own lives, but also touch the lives of those around us in profound ways. Being present also means being vulnerable, allowing ourselves to be seen and to see others without the shields we often put up. It's about dropping the facade and connecting on a human level, recognizing that, at our core, we all seek understanding and connection. This vulnerability, though it may seem daunting, is incredibly powerful. It breaks down barriers and builds trust, laying the foundation for deeper, more meaningful relationships. Number 7. A touch of mystery. Sometimes, less is more. This concept, deeply rooted in the wisdom of Stoicism, teaches us the value of restraint and the power of keeping some things close to our chest. It's not about deceit or secrecy, but about the deliberate choice of what we reveal about ourselves and when. This selective sharing creates an allure, drawing people in, eager to learn more about the person behind the curtain. Stoicism, with its emphasis on inner reflection and personal growth, encourages us to focus on developing our character rather than seeking external validation. By keeping some aspects of ourselves mysterious, we invite curiosity and intrigue, allowing others to discover us at their own pace. Validation and mystery in Stoicism. The philosophy of Stoicism aligns beautifully with cultivating a sense of mystery. By not laying all our cards on the table, we invite others to engage more deeply, to look beyond the surface. It's a subtle invitation to explore, signaling that there's more to us than meets the eye. This doesn't mean playing games or constructing a facade. Rather, it's about allowing our complexity and depth to unfold naturally over time. Imagine the difference between a book that gives away the plot in the first few pages and one that weaves a tale you can't put down, revealing its secrets layer by layer. Which one captivates you more? The same principle applies to personal interactions. A touch of mystery can transform a conversation from a mere exchange of information into an intriguing discovery. It turns every interaction with us into a chapter in a story that others are eager to continue, creating a magnetic pull towards the depth of our character. But how do we strike the right balance? It begins with mindfulness about what we share and the intention behind it. It's about sharing with purpose, not out of an impulse to fill the silence or because we feel pressured by the oversharing culture around us. It requires self-control, a virtue extolled by Stoicism, to navigate the fine line between being open and maintaining that touch of mystery. Moreover, it's about valuing the quality of our connections over the quantity. Deeper relationships are built on a foundation of mutual discovery and respect for each other's depth. Embracing a touch of mystery also reflects a respect for our own inner world. It acknowledges that some thoughts, experiences, and dreams are so precious that they gain in value when not freely given away. This selective sharing is not about withholding, it's about cherishing those parts of ourselves. And when we do share them, they become all the more meaningful because they are offered, not demanded. In practicing this Stoic approach to mystery, we also learn to listen more. When we are less eager to fill the space with our own stories, we open ourselves to hear others, to truly engage with their essence. Number 8. Cultivate cultural wisdom. In a world that is becoming increasingly interconnected, the ability to understand and appreciate different cultures is more important than ever. Cultural wisdom goes beyond simply knowing facts about different regions or peoples. It's about developing a deep understanding of the soul of a culture, its traditions, struggles, joys, and worldview. This form of wisdom aligns beautifully with Stoic philosophy, which encourages us to seek knowledge, broaden our perspectives, and live with empathy. By cultivating cultural wisdom, we expand our horizons and gain insight into the shared human experiences that bind us all. Stoicism teaches us the value of self-improvement, urging us to look beyond our own narrow experiences to engage with the world in all its diversity. The pursuit of knowledge, a core tenet of Stoic philosophy, encourages us to explore different perspectives and learn from the richness of human cultures. By doing so, we gain a deeper appreciation of what it means to be human and develop a more compassionate, open-minded approach to life. When we cultivate cultural wisdom, we engage with the world in a way that breaks down barriers and fosters empathy. Rather than viewing others through the lens of stereotypes or assumptions, we approach them with curiosity and a willingness to learn. We seek to understand their unique experiences, celebrate their achievements, and acknowledge the struggles they face. In this way, we not only expand our own knowledge, but also enrich our relationships with others by showing respect for their values and beliefs. Imagine the power of cultural wisdom in conversation. When we share a story from another culture or even offer a few words in a different language, we build bridges of understanding. These small acts of cultural awareness can create moments of connection that transcend borders and make others feel seen and valued. Cultural wisdom isn't just about accumulating information, it's about applying that knowledge in ways that deepen our relationships and promote respect for the diversity of human life. Stoicism encourages us to engage with the world not just for the sake of acquiring knowledge, but to challenge our assumptions and confront our biases. By immersing ourselves in different cultures, we can begin to see beyond our own limited perspective and understand the complexities of life through a wider lens. This process of self-education fosters empathy, humility, and growth as we become more aware of the common humanity we share with people from all walks of life. So how do we cultivate cultural wisdom? It begins with small, intentional steps. Read books by authors from different parts of the world, watch films that offer a window into other lives, and engage with music, art, and food from diverse cultures. Seek out conversations that push you out of your comfort zone and challenge you to think in new ways. Every cultural encounter, every new perspective, adds richness to our own lives and broadens our understanding of the world. In addition, Stoicism teaches us to reflect on our own biases and assumptions, encouraging us to recognize the limitations of our worldview and to remain open to new ideas. As we engage with diverse cultures, we confront our own ignorance and become more aware of the complexities that shape human life. This process of self-examination is an essential part of cultivating cultural wisdom, as it allows us to see beyond our own limited experiences and embrace the richness of human diversity. Cultivating cultural wisdom doesn't require us to be world travelers or experts in every culture. It's about developing a mindset of curiosity and openness, a willingness to learn from the world around us. It's about recognizing the value in each culture and seeing how it can expand our own understanding of life. This pursuit of cultural wisdom aligns perfectly with the Stoic ideal of self-improvement, as it encourages us to grow not just as individuals, but as global citizens who are engaged with the broader human experience. In a world that is often divided by differences, cultural wisdom is a powerful tool for building bridges and fostering understanding. By cultivating this wisdom, we deepen our connections with others and become more empathetic, compassionate, and enlightened individuals. It's a reminder that the richness of life lies not just in our own experiences, but in the stories, traditions, and perspectives of people around the world. Number 9. Compassion connects. Compassion is one of the most powerful forces we can cultivate in our lives. It's not just about feeling sorry for someone. True compassion goes deeper. It's about understanding another person's struggles, joys, and experiences, and connecting with them on an emotional level. Compassion is the bridge that links us to others, allowing us to see beyond superficial differences and recognize the shared humanity that unites us all. At the heart of Stoicism lies the idea of interconnectedness, the understanding that all humans are part of a greater whole. Stoics believe that we are not isolated beings, but rather we are part of a community, and our actions affect the lives of others. Practicing compassion means embracing this interconnectedness and extending kindness, care, and empathy beyond our immediate circle of loved ones to the wider world. Stoicism teaches us that we have a duty to the greater good, and part of this duty involves being sensitive to the struggles of others. When we approach life with compassion, we are engaging with the world from a place of openness and vulnerability. This means not only recognizing when others are in need, but also taking the time to truly understand their pain and respond in ways that offer support. Compassion isn't just about offering sympathy. It's about stepping into someone else's shoes and offering meaningful assistance, whether that's through a listening ear, a kind word, or an act of service. One of the most attractive qualities a person can possess is the ability to offer compassion genuinely. When we show that we care about others, without judgment or expectation, it creates a warmth in our relationships that draws people to us. Compassion fosters connection, building trust and emotional depth that is impossible to fabricate. In a world where superficial interactions often dominate, compassion stands out as a rare and precious gift. But compassion isn't always easy. To truly be compassionate, we need to confront our own discomfort. It requires us to sit with the pain of others without rushing to offer solutions or distractions. It's about listening deeply, acknowledging their suffering, and showing that we are present without trying to fix or minimize their emotions. This level of engagement requires emotional maturity and selflessness, qualities that are central to Stoic practice. Yet, despite the challenges, compassion is one of the most rewarding experiences we can have. Not only does it enrich our relationships, but it also deepens our understanding of ourselves. When we open our hearts to others, we begin to understand their lives in a way that expands our own perspective. We gain insights into the human condition that we may not have otherwise encountered, and in doing so, we grow in empathy and wisdom. Moreover, compassion has the power to create a sense of belonging. In a world where many people feel isolated or disconnected, acts of compassion remind us that we are not alone. When we offer support and care, we demonstrate that we are all part of a larger human family. This shared sense of belonging creates a deep sense of security and connectedness, something we all crave at a fundamental level. Compassion also challenges us to be vulnerable. It asks us to open ourselves up to the pain and suffering of others, which can sometimes feel overwhelming. But this vulnerability is not a weakness, it is a strength. It shows that we are willing to put aside our egos to connect with others on a deeper level. When we allow ourselves to be affected by the suffering of others, we demonstrate authenticity, emotional openness, and a willingness to face the complexities of life head-on. This authenticity is magnetic. It draws others to us and creates genuine bonds that go beyond the superficial. In addition to deepening our connections, compassion helps us develop a richer, more fulfilling life. It encourages us to look outside of ourselves, to see the world through the eyes of others, and to offer our time, attention, and support in meaningful ways. When we approach the world with compassion, we not only make life easier for those we help, but we also enrich our own lives, learning lessons that we would never have encountered without engaging deeply with others. The Stoics believed in living in accordance with virtue, and compassion is one of the greatest virtues we can practice. It's about seeing others as fellow travelers on this shared journey of life, understanding that their struggles are just as real and valid as our own. By embracing compassion, we embody the Stoic belief in the interdependence of all human beings. We recognize that our well-being is tied to the well-being of others, and in acting with compassion, we contribute to the greater good. How do we cultivate compassion? It starts with intentional practice. We begin by opening our hearts to the experiences of others, making a conscious effort to listen and understand. It involves taking the time to notice the needs of those around us and responding with kindness. Compassion also requires us to be patient and to resist the temptation to offer quick fixes or empty words of comfort. Instead, it asks us to sit with discomfort and allow ourselves to truly feel the weight of another person's emotions. In this process, we develop a deeper understanding of others and a greater capacity for empathy. In conclusion, compassion is not just an emotional response. It's a practice that requires effort, awareness, and selflessness. By embracing compassion, we not only strengthen our relationships with others, but also grow in wisdom and emotional depth. Compassion connects us to the world, helping us to build a more empathetic, interconnected, and harmonious society. In the words of the Stoics, we are all human, and as such, we have the power to shape our world through our actions. Compassion is one of the most powerful actions we can take to create a world that reflects the shared humanity we all experience. Number 10. Laughter lights up the room. Laughter has a unique ability to transform the atmosphere of any space. It's often said that laughter is the best medicine, and while it may not cure all ailments, it certainly has the power to uplift the spirit and lighten even the heaviest of hearts. When someone bursts into genuine laughter, it creates an energy that is contagious, spreading joy and lightness wherever it goes. Laughter isn't just about having fun, it's a vital element of human connection and a powerful tool for resilience. At first glance, laughter may seem like an unlikely companion to Stoicism, a philosophy known for its emphasis on emotional control, rational thought, and virtuous living. However, when we take a deeper look, we see that laughter and Stoicism share more in common than we might expect. Stoicism teaches us to live in accordance with nature, to embrace the present moment, and to cultivate an inner sense of peace that allows us to navigate the challenges of life. Laughter, in its purest form, aligns with these goals. It's a reflection of the joy that can be found in the present moment, free from worries about the past or anxieties about the future. The Stoics, particularly figures like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, understood the importance of not taking life too seriously all the time. They recognized that laughter and joy could be powerful tools for resilience, offering a way to cope with life's absurdities and challenges. In fact, they often used humor as a way to distance themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing them to see difficulties with a lighter heart. By embracing the ridiculousness of certain situations, they maintained their composure and perspective, never letting adversity weigh them down. Laughter, in a sense, is a form of mindfulness. When we laugh, we're fully present in the moment. The worries of yesterday and the anxieties of tomorrow fade away as we immerse ourselves in the humor of the present. This momentary escape from the seriousness of life provides a refreshing mental break and can be a powerful antidote to stress. It allows us to reset and return to our lives with renewed energy, a clearer mind, and a better sense of balance. Moreover, laughter is an excellent way to foster connection and community. It's a universal language, one that transcends cultural barriers, social status, and language differences. When we laugh with others, we create a shared bond, a reminder that, despite our individual challenges and experiences, we all share a capacity for joy. This shared laughter creates a sense of belonging, drawing people closer and dissolving the barriers that often separate us. In Stoic philosophy, the idea of community is paramount. The Stoics taught that we are all part of a larger, interconnected human family, and in moments of laughter, we are reminded of this fundamental truth. By laughing together, we celebrate our shared humanity. Additionally, laughter is not just a way to bond with others, it's also a reflection of inner strength and resilience. The Stoics believed that we cannot control the events of the world, but we can control how we respond to them. Laughter, in the face of adversity, is a powerful testament to our ability to adapt and maintain peace of mind. When life presents its challenges, instead of succumbing to frustration or despair, we can choose to laugh at the absurdity of it all, maintaining our inner calm and demonstrating emotional mastery. Embracing laughter also allows us to embrace the lighter side of life. While Stoicism teaches us to approach life with seriousness and purpose, it does not call for a life devoid of joy. In fact, the Stoics recognized that joy is an essential part of living well. They understood that the capacity for joy is a natural part of the human experience, and laughter is one of its purest forms. Laughing at ourselves, at the ridiculousness of life, or even at our own mistakes, allows us to accept imperfection and move forward with greater ease. Laughter is also a powerful form of self-care. It helps us release tension, relieve stress, and boost our mood, making us more resilient to the challenges we face. Studies have shown that laughter can increase endorphins, the brain's feel-good chemicals, which promote feelings of happiness and well-being. In this way, laughter not only lightens the mood of those around us, but also improves our own emotional and physical health. From a Stoic perspective, this form of self-care is a reminder that taking care of our mental and emotional state is just as important as caring for our physical health. It's a way of honoring our well-being, ensuring that we remain strong, balanced, and prepared for the challenges ahead. But how do we cultivate more laughter in our lives? It starts with not taking ourselves too seriously. We need to learn to laugh at life's absurdities, to find humor even in difficult situations. It's about embracing our mistakes, finding the humor in our flaws, and learning to see the funny side of life even when things don't go as planned. This doesn't mean we should ignore or dismiss our struggles. It simply means that, in the face of adversity, we can choose to find humor and lightness, knowing that laughter can help us cope and persevere. Another way to invite more laughter into our lives is by spending time with people who make us laugh. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who have a positive, humorous outlook can brighten our day and lift our spirits. Engaging in activities that bring us joy and laughter, whether that's watching a comedy, attending a social gathering, or just spending time with loved ones, can also help us cultivate more moments of humor in our daily lives. By seeking out these opportunities, we create space for joy to flourish. In conclusion, laughter is a powerful tool for living a fulfilled and resilient life. It's a reflection of our ability to embrace the present moment, connect deeply with others, and maintain a sense of joy in the face of life's challenges. For the Stoics, laughter was not just an escape from reality. It was a way to engage with life more fully, to navigate its absurdities with grace, and to build meaningful connections with others. By embracing laughter, we can live more authentically, connect more deeply, and face life's ups and downs with a lighter heart. So next time you find yourself in a moment of joy, don't hold back. Let your laughter fill the room and light up the world around you. Number 11. Self-care shows self-value. In a world that often pushes us to prioritize the needs of others, whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or society at large, there's a quiet yet radical act of rebellion that can profoundly transform our lives: self-care. We live in a culture that tends to glorify sacrifice and selflessness, sometimes at the expense of our own well-being. But self-care is not an indulgence or an act of selfishness. It's an essential practice that shows we value ourselves and our ability to contribute meaningfully to the world around us. By nurturing ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally, we create the strength and balance needed to engage with life in a way that aligns with our values and allows us to serve others effectively. From a Stoic perspective, self-care isn't just about pampering ourselves with occasional spa days or indulgent treats. It's about cultivating the wisdom to understand what is within our control and prioritizing the practices that allow us to thrive. The Stoics believed in self-mastery, the ability to maintain control over our emotions, desires, and actions. This kind of mastery requires us to pay attention to our own needs, ensuring that we remain physically, mentally, and emotionally fit so that we can live in accordance with our principles and contribute to the common good. Caring for ourselves is not only a demonstration of self-respect, but also an acknowledgement that our well-being is essential for us to fulfill our responsibilities and live a life of virtue. Self-care, from a Stoic viewpoint, can be understood as a form of honoring the gift of life. Our bodies, minds, and emotions are vessels that carry us through the complexities of life, and by taking care of them, we show gratitude for the life we've been given. To live virtuously, we must first ensure that we are at our best, physically and emotionally. This means taking time for physical exercise, eating nourishing foods, and ensuring we get adequate rest. Things that restore our bodies and minds so that we can remain focused on living according to our values. But self-care isn't just about meeting our physical needs. It's also about fostering emotional and mental resilience. In a world that often demands more than we can give, it's easy to become overwhelmed, anxious, or emotionally drained. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control our reactions. Self-care involves practices like mindfulness, meditation, and reflective thought, tools that help us maintain emotional balance and clarity regardless of external circumstances. By practicing self-care in this way, we cultivate inner peace and strength, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and grace. This emotional resilience is a key aspect of self-care. It's about recognizing that our emotional well-being is essential for navigating the inevitable ups and downs of life. We can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. By tending to our emotional needs through practices that help us process feelings, set healthy boundaries, and engage in self-reflection, we build the emotional resilience needed to live a life of meaning and purpose. Moreover, self-care is not only beneficial for ourselves, but also for those around us. When we take the time to care for our own needs, we are better equipped to be present for others. Think of the analogy often used in the context of flying. When the oxygen mask falls down, we are instructed to put it on ourselves first before helping others. This is not selfish. It's a recognition that we can only offer support to others when we are in a strong and balanced position ourselves. The Stoics understood that our ability to contribute to the greater good is inextricably linked to our ability to take care of ourselves. When we honor our own needs, we are better able to offer patience, wisdom, and compassion to others. Self-care also means knowing our limits and setting boundaries. In our hyper-connected world, it's easy to overcommit, spread ourselves too thin, and burn out. Stoicism encourages us to recognize that our time and energy are finite resources, and it's important to use them wisely. By saying no to demands that do not align with our values or that deplete our energy, we protect our well-being and preserve our ability to engage meaningfully with the world. Setting boundaries is not a sign of weakness, but of strength and wisdom. It demonstrates that we understand our own worth and are willing to protect our time and energy for the things that truly matter. But how do we practice self-care in a way that reflects Stoic values? It starts with being intentional and mindful about our daily habits and routines. Simple acts like eating nourishing foods, engaging in physical exercise, getting adequate rest, and taking time for reflection can have a profound impact on our well-being. These actions are not self-indulgent, but acts of respect for our bodies, minds, and spirits. Moreover, self-care involves reflection. Regularly taking time to examine our values, goals, and motivations. Are we living in alignment with our principles? Are we taking care of ourselves so that we can serve others effectively? Another key aspect of self-care is self-compassion, being gentle with ourselves when we fall short of our ideals or make mistakes. The Stoics didn't expect perfection. They understood that we are all fallible, and practicing self-compassion allows us to recover more quickly from setbacks and continue on our path. It's a reminder that, just as we offer kindness and understanding to others, we should also offer these same gifts to ourselves. In conclusion, self-care is not a luxury, but a fundamental aspect of living a fulfilling and virtuous life. By caring for ourselves, we demonstrate that we value our own well-being and recognize the importance of maintaining balance and resilience in the face of life's challenges. It's a practice that aligns with Stoic teachings, fostering emotional resilience, inner strength, and the ability to contribute to the greater good. Self-care is not selfish. It's a profound act of self-respect that allows us to show up as our best selves in all areas of life. So, take the time to nourish your body, mind, and spirit. Prioritize your well-being, and in doing so, you'll be better equipped to live a life of purpose, meaning, and service to others. Number 12. The allure of independence. In today's world, the idea of independence is highly cherished. It's often seen as the ultimate form of self-empowerment, a symbol of strength, autonomy, and personal freedom. We live in a society that values self-reliance, the ability to stand alone and make decisions on our own terms. However, when we delve deeper into the true nature of independence, we find that it's not about isolation or living in complete solitude, but about inner strength and the confidence to live life on your own terms, aligned with your values and principles. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the idea of personal responsibility and the pursuit of virtue, values that resonate deeply with the concept of independence. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom is not found in external circumstances or in the approval of others, but in the ability to master ourselves. It's about being in control of our emotions, desires, and actions, and realizing that our happiness, peace, and sense of worth come from within, not from external validation. This kind of independence is not about pushing others away or rejecting help, but about self-sufficiency. It's the strength to make choices based on your own values, rather than being swayed by the opinions or expectations of society. The Stoics believed that we should cultivate inner resilience, developing the mental and emotional fortitude to remain steady in the face of life's challenges. This inner independence allows us to face difficulties with calmness, clarity, and strength, because we recognize that while we cannot control the world around us, we have the power to shape our responses. True independence, as Stoicism teaches, is an internal state. It's about being free from the control of our passions and desires, not in the sense of repression, but in the sense of choosing what truly matters. We are free when we are not at the mercy of fleeting emotions or external circumstances. Instead, we act in accordance with our principles and embrace the responsibility that comes with our choices. When we cultivate this self-sufficiency, we become less dependent on others for our happiness, validation, or success, and more empowered to live authentically. This allure of independence also ties into personal autonomy, the ability to make decisions without being overly influenced by external forces. It's about having the courage to stand up for what we believe in, even when it's unpopular, and to chart our own course, even when the path is uncertain. It means embracing our uniqueness and recognizing that our individuality is something to be celebrated, not stifled by societal norms or pressures. At the same time, Stoicism does not advocate complete isolation. While independence is about the freedom to live authentically, it also emphasizes the importance of community and mutual support. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of humanity, understanding that we are all part of a larger whole. True independence, therefore, is about finding balance, maintaining your autonomy while also engaging meaningfully with others. It's about building relationships that respect your independence and foster mutual growth, rather than relationships that limit or define you. In practice, this means cultivating relationships that empower you to be your best self, relationships where you are free to grow and evolve, and where your values are respected. It also means being mindful of your choices and ensuring that they align with your authentic self. Are you choosing your career, friendships, or lifestyle because they resonate with your core values? Or are you succumbing to external pressures or the expectations of others? Furthermore, embracing independence requires regular introspection and self-awareness. It's about taking the time to understand who you are, what you stand for, and where you want to go in life. The Stoics believed that self-reflection was key to self-mastery. By regularly examining our thoughts, feelings, and actions, we can ensure that we are living in alignment with our values and are not being swayed by the noise of the world around us. True independence also means developing the resilience to face setbacks and challenges without losing sight of your core beliefs. Life is full of obstacles, and it's easy to become discouraged when things don't go according to plan. But by cultivating resilience and the ability to bounce back from adversity, we reinforce our independence. We become stronger, not because we avoid challenges, but because we have the inner strength to overcome them while staying true to ourselves. The allure of independence is powerful because it represents freedom. Freedom to live authentically, to pursue our own goals, and to shape our lives according to our principles. However, this freedom is not a freedom from responsibility, but a freedom to live in accordance with our highest values and ideals. It's about embracing the responsibility to live fully and purposefully, knowing that we have the power to direct our lives and find meaning no matter the circumstances. So, how can we cultivate this sense of independence in our lives? It starts with self-awareness, regularly reflecting on our actions and motivations, ensuring that we are living in alignment with our values. It also requires resilience, the ability to stay true to ourselves and our goals in the face of adversity. Finally, it involves finding a balance between independence and interdependence. While we strive for autonomy, we also recognize the importance of community, mutual support, and meaningful relationships. In conclusion, the allure of independence is not about rejecting others or living in isolation. It's about cultivating the inner strength, self-sufficiency, and resilience to live authentically, make decisions based on our values, and embrace the challenges of life with confidence. True independence, as taught by the Stoics, is about finding the freedom to live a life of purpose and meaning, not by avoiding responsibility or connection, but by mastering ourselves and living in harmony with the world around us.